From the first stories told in firelit caves to the electronically recorded messages of deep space, we leave the 20th century with no regrets. Time bends, space is boundless, and when humanity gasps its last, all that will remain, if anything, will be the theater of tomorrow.
I'm your host, Bill Knightley, and this is The Evening Show. Looking at our next guest here, and this one's a doozy. Hank Schmidt from the Institute of Dimensional Exploration's got a new gadget here and says, what are we doing here? Well, it says we're going to be chatting with someone from the other side. That sounds spooky. That's right, direct from the other side is our next guest. And hello there. What's your name? It just seems like we got a little interference here. Hello, and you are?
I am one of the lucky ones in heaven.
How about that, folks? Heaven. And what's it like up there?
We are told that we are dead and that we have 200 years here, after which we reach finality. There will be nothing on the other side of this other side, the man says. 200 years unable to die, to spend more time with family and friends. No consequence, no morality, followed by the only true peace that can practically be.
Fascinating. Who is this man you're speaking of?
Some nearby are calling him St. Peter, but I never caught his name.
Well, our time is short on the air here, so if you'd continue, how did you come to be in heaven?
I died a frightening but mundane death, same as everyone else.
I see we got a wise guy, eh?
I asked the folk around me who they are and how they died. No one I know, but we figure out we all died more or less around the same time. Only we don't all speak the same language. And there are so many of us here. Room enough for all, but so many are here.
Anyone familiar up there?
I don't recognize anyone. I wasn't young when I got here, but I guess I was too young to know too many dead people. I could try to find my grandpa or Buster Keaton.
Well, you tell old Stoneface he's still making an impression. And are there any...
Been here longer. That's already been
I'm sorry, you're...
I can always ask.
Well, who
I look to them walking among us.
Who are you speaking of now? Excuse me. Hello?
But there are others.
Get this thing working. We seem to be experiencing a bit of difficulty here.
Decide not to ask.
Ladies and gentlemen, bear with us as we reestablish our connection in just a few moments more. All right. Hello? What is it like over there?
It's not too different from when we were alive, really. Except we don't need to eat, or drink, or sleep. We can if we want, but we don't need to. Most of us stopped all that after the first couple of years. There's books and a cinema. We can't really make anything new, though. Some people try to put on plays or have dances. I can't. Not really.
Oh, well, why not?
I only have one leg. Not from the accident. I lost it many decades ago. In another life.
Well, you ought to just ask St. Peter for a new one then, huh?
You don't get new legs in heaven. You don't get to be younger. You don't get to see better or look better. You're just you.
Well, all right then.
So I got the one leg, and sometimes I use crutches, or sometimes I'll use a chair, or sometimes I'll just sit and stare for a while.
That sounds awful. Can we just...
See, some people are missing both legs, or have no arms or legs at all. Some people, we have no idea who they are at all. You ever see anyone on the news or in a hospital, and they have nurses clean them every day, and they have a machine that feeds them, but they're just locked inside a body that can't do anything? Well, once you pull the plug, they come here with us. We got whole buildings of people who can't move, or talk, or maybe even think. People who can't tell us who they are, or where there may be dead people who they might want to see. whole buildings full of people who can't do much of anything except wait for 200 years to finally be stamped out. I am one of the lucky ones here.
Yes. Yes, you mentioned that. What do you see around you?
Most of the time, it's dark here. We can see okay. You'll be able to see okay when you get here, as long as you can keep your sight till you die.
Well, I guess we'll all take special care until we get there.
When you get here, you'll still be you. Pretty much. But you'll have a powerful blue light shining out through your face.
What is that?
No one seems to know what it is, so we all just call it our soul, or whatever your religion calls it. You can see out just fine, except somehow the light keeps you from seeing yourself in the mirror. It's like staring into the sun, only the sun seems to be staring back.
I don't... That doesn't really seem too pleasant for heaven.
It's a little spooky at first. You'll get used to it. We all did. The first 5 or 6 are a little rough, but no one's really bothered by it much past 50 years.
Oh. How are you handling it?
I remember being scared as anything at first. The light shines through your eyes, and you can't even see where anyone is really looking. It's mostly fine unless you go visit those buildings with those poor souls who just have to wait. You see the light shining out their wrecked bodies, and you just know. They're in there.
Well, God rest their souls, or whatever. So, is that it then?
It seems awful strange, as far as heavenly expectations. No lakes of fire, or brimstone, or torture. No horned demons laughing at us while we wail and weep.
It is heaven, though.
No one but us ever said it was heaven.
What is it then? Where are you?
We could,
Do you know?
if we really wanted to.
Hello?
We could ask one of them, as they roam huge and silent.
Hello? Are
We
you...
don't, though. We don't ask them where we are. We just count the days until oblivion.
Cut the cast!
Tonight's production was a work of fiction produced entirely for the Theater of Tomorrow.